looking at me. I'm looking back.
Hi you all, how are you? Welcome back to our channel. Hope you had a wonderful day so far.
Today, we're doing some of our favorite methods of tie-dye. These methods always turn out so amazing, and it's a fun activity you can do with your family.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to see more.
So we have done a reverse tie-dye video initially, I think about a couple of months back, and everybody had loved the video. The shirts had come out really nice. And what we wanted to show was some traditional and some non-traditional methods of tie-dye. So we have done these before. We wanted to show you how they look. So we'll show about 6 different styles, I would say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 different styles of tie-dye. You mentioned the colors were bought from Amazon. The brand is called Tulip. And the t-shirts were bought from Hobby Lobby. And they were about $12 to $13 each.
And the rubber bands were also bought from Hobby Lobby. It came in a pack of 75 for a
So without further ado, let's get on to the video.
So I'm going to show you 2 traditional methods of tie-dye. The first rule of tie-dye is, of course, when you have your shirt, you need to make it wet. So I'm going to dip the shirt in some water. And wring it out. And I'm going to do the same with the next shirt. And I'm going to wring this out as well. I'm just going to wipe my area because there's a lot of water spillage. So I've got my shirts all wrung out. They're still damp, of course. You need the shirt to be damp so that the color actually flows in a better manner. Now what I'm doing with the shirt is I'm actually laying it sideways like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie bits out of here with a rubber band. Hopefully none break this time like last time. And you want to have the rubber bands fairly tight so that there's no transference of color. I'm trying to make sure that the rubber bands are not separated and are actually in one band. See, like that. This is how you want to do this. And I'm going to just keep on doing this till I have a few of these tied up. And you can use different size rubber bands to do this. And I'm just pinching at an irregular place. Any place that I want to pinch. So there's no hard and fast rule that you have to do it a particular way. You can pinch it any which way that you want. And you do want them to be fairly tight. And once you start working with color, make sure that you have some kind of gloves on because these are colors that could stain your hands and your clothes. And that's the reason why I'm wearing black, because, you know, if there's a color on black, it's not going to show. It is just going to look black. So I've got these sections done. And now I can decide what colors I want to use for my tie-dye. So as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. So I can start with the lighter to dark color, darker to light color, whatever I want. But I'm going to start with the lighter color. So I'm going to go with yellow. Make sure that you have a plastic spread underneath so that you don't, so that your table or whatever you're using does not stain. So after yellow, I'm going to go with a little bit of, let me go with pink, I think. Is this pink? Or is this pink? This is pink, I think. Oh, okay. And you want to fairly soak it as much as possible. And that's okay if a little bit spreads here and there. That's fine too. And I'm removing the color from the sheet so that I have some difference in the colors that I'm using. And after pink, I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go with green. So the colors, or let me do turquoise. This is more like a green, but I thought it was turquoise. And then I'm going to go with the purple. And soak it as much as possible so that and after purple, I'm going to do, what should I do? Oh, that was green. So let me do a turquoise then. A blue, I think this is a blue. And the tail end, I can go with a completely contrasting color, which is like an orange. I love orange. Oh. So that's our first piece done. We're going to let it sit for about a couple of minutes till the extra comes out. Ria, darling, can you help me here? Here.
I'm just going to take this over there in the sunlight so the colors can soak better into the fabric.
Okay. And I have, of course, created quite a mess here. So the second method is taking an end of the shirt, any end that you like, and start tying from there. And that is the basis of tie and tie-dye, which is tie and dye. Now you could fold it straightways like this, or you can fold it from the side. I thought the side would look better. Me and my sausage fingers, it's hard to use all the little elastics. Okay. So I'm doing a side tie, as it's called. Tie-dye, in fact, is a very, very old technique. It was, I think, somewhere in the 300s that it was first discovered. And I think countries like Japan, India, those were the ones which were seen doing this particular method. So I'm just going along and just pinching the rest of the fabric, and so that I can have a nice tie over the fabric. And thankfully today, when we are filming in a yard, none of the neighbors are mowing the yard like it generally happens when we film in the yard. Some neighbor or the other ends up mowing the yard and we get that buzzing sound. And my last dye. And I was actually thinking of doing the VibGoyer effect on it, which is your violet, indigo, red, and blue, which is the colors of the rainbow, basically. So here we are. I have all these sections here. This is how it looks. So let's start with violet. Violet or purple, whatever you want to call it. I think as kids we learned this poem about the colors of the rainbow. What was it? Violet, indigo, red and blue. So that's indigo is blue. Then comes red. Oops, I squirted all over the shirt, which is okay. That's the whole fun of doing tie and dye. There's no stress about colors. So I've got VI, oh, violet, indigo, B, oh, that should have been blue. G is green, so I'll do green next to the red. And oh, this is yellow. And I'm pretty much soaking it as much as I can with this color. And let's do orange. And what else? What else should we do? Let's do this pink. Oh, that's a pretty pink. And what should we do as the last color? We can do this one. I don't know what this is. I think this is light purple. Oh, that's a pretty color. And see, because you have water, it's already wet, the way it spreads is beautiful. So I have these two pieces that I've done, one that I showed you earlier and one this. So we're going to wait for them to actually a little bit dry, just a tad bit, not a whole lot, when we can open them. I'm just keeping these so that they soak up the extra dye because I don't want it dripping on the floor. And so then I can carry it over and leave it in the sun for some time.
So we're gonna go on with my two designs. So first, like Mom did, we're gonna soak them in a bucket. And I just want to say, this is what happens when you're not careful with the dyes, even when mixing them. So make sure to wear gloves. Just gonna start out with this one. And I'm using slightly different fabrics instead of the 100% cotton ones. This one has a bit more polyester in it. And wringing it out, you don't want it to be soaking. Then the dyes would just slide on off. This reminds me when I used to go to summer camp. We would always do tie-dyes in the archery fields, and somehow we would get tie-dye on the targets. The counselors were not very happy about that. So there's my first one. Here's my second one. Make sure to get all the fabric wet. You don't want to have any dry spots. Wring it out real good. So how's online school been going for y'all? I know we all just got back in the groove of classes last week. Okay, so now gloves. do not want a repeat of happening last time. These are the gloves that came with our tie-dye kit. I like these because of my nails. They give me more room. And if you can see a little bit of color spilled on the table, I'm just going to wipe that up real fast. I'm going to wipe up the water and the color. So, see, these are the colors we got. It's by this kit called Tulip. We got this off Amazon for, I would say, $13 to $20. Prices vary. This is I think a 20 color set. It wasn't too expensive as well. So, see, now they are wet, but not dripping. Here's the first one. And then you can see they got a little bit of color on it. That's expected if you're doing more than one. Here's the second one. Okay, so let's start out with this one. I was actually experimenting with this design a few days ago, and I love it. It's so cute. So you're going to start off, you want the inside of the t-shirt, like the outside part, the front part, facing out, and you're just going to lay it down flat on the table and fold it in half. You want to fold it exactly in half, like so. Just like that. See, now it's perfectly symmetrically in half. I'm just going to grab a washable marker, very important. Just using this yellow one by Crayola, and draw my design on it. I'm just going to draw a semicircle. So it transfers on like a giant circle. Now, you're going to need a few rubber bands. Not a lot, just a few. It's a windy day here in Texas. So I'm going to grab my first band, keep it on the ready. Then here's the thing, you have to scrunch in the pattern of the circle. So if you can see that, I'm just following the circle basically. Like that. And you should have that depending on what shape you're doing. Again, I'm doing a circle. And gonna wrap it around really nice. Make sure there's none left. Now, the rest you can section off any way you want to. I'm just going to do a few more of bands like this. So again, grab your rubber band, section it off, and just tie that up. Forgot how hard it was to work with gloves. But you know, if I want to have non-blue fingers by the end of this, I gotta do something. So I think I'm just gonna tie it around once more. In this part, you can take creative liberty. You can make as many little holes as you want. As you can see, that part where it splits, I know that's the top part, so I should section it off like how I want the top part to look. Also, don't get too big of a rubber band because then it becomes too hard to tie it around, around, and around. So I'm just going to section the bottom part off, like so. And, let's section it off one more time. What do you guys say? Right there. We got these rubber bands also from Hobby Lobby. You can get like a pack of 100 for not that expensive. But I actually think I'm just going to tie this bottom bit off once more. Okay, so now we are ready to dye. First, I'm going to move my second shirt way out of the area we don't want to get it colored. And I have it laid out flat, and let's get into it. So for this one, I think I'm going to go with all cool colors. So let's start out with orange. This orange is so gorgeous. I think I'm going to start from the bottom to the top. So let's just start layering it on there. Even pressure, so not one area gets more than the other. And I want it to look kind of symmetrical, so I'm going to go on this other side and also put orange. Yes, we got this kit off Amazon, like I probably said already. But You can find other kits varying in color amounts. We just thought this would be a good amount of colors. Make sure to get in the creases. Try not to leave many white spots like so. If you ever see a white spot, you can always go back over it and color it in more. And then make sure you hear the click to make sure it's closed. I'm going to use this amazing dark pink, like hot pink. Oh, that's gorgeous. And I think I'm just going to do it to one tier this time. I don't, actually, you know what? I'll do it two. On the same side though, something I have done before. I'm just going to leave this open, and I'm just going to flip it at the back side at the same time. You don't want to flip it too many times because you don't want to mess it up. Then I'm going to use, how about red? Oh, that is such a gorgeous ruby red. Sometimes you might just want to stick it in the folds and push out a little to make sure to get the middles. Okay, flip her on over. Okay, red on this side. Magenta on this side. And both of the sides. If you ever accidentally miss the shirt a little, you can just soak it on up with the shirt. As you can tell, I have 2 more segments. I'm saving a special color for the top. But right there, I'm going to put an even brighter red. Yes, these colors are so gorgeous. I literally love them so much. These are just some of my favorite styles. I tend to go towards this one because there's so many shapes you can do. I, of course, did a circle, but you could do, you could do a heart, a diamond, a square, a rectangle. You could even do a flower shape. If you have to build up to that level of the folding though. Okay, I have this one and I'm just gonna set it off to the side. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go set this in the sun to dry. Okay, another thing I need to do is take these gloves, dunk them in the water so none of the color from the gloves transfers. Dunk them in the water, make sure not to get any on the inside. If you do, it's okay. You can just bring it right out. Use a paper towel, like this one, and just wipe up the gloves and the area surrounding. Again, like Mom said, you want to wipe up your area so you get no color. Toffee, do you want to tie-dye as well? I guess she does. Maybe next time I'll dye her coat. Don't tell Mom. Wipe it up. You may need to use more than one paper towel to fully get it wiped up. I know I usually do. Wipe it up. Wipe it down. One of my favorite songs. Make sure it's all off your hands. See, the majority of that came off my hands. Okay, want to bring in our next subject. Mwahaha. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to do, you know how you see those crunch ones online from like PacSun or other websites for like $40 to $75. Too much to pay. When you could just do it at home. Okay. Oh, and we also got a majority of these shirts from Hobby Lobby. So for this one, you're just going to want to take sections like this one and tie around it. This may take you a minute because you have to do it the whole thing. Make sure your ties are also pretty tight. For this part, I'm going to remove my gloves and let them air out a little bit so I get a better grip on the t-shirt. Going to put them under. You know, in this Texas weather, you never know. It could start being super windy and they could fly halfway across the continent. So just bunch it up. And it's okay if some spots of color get on there. In the end, they'll kind of blend in with the colors that you end up putting. Dolphy wants to help me tie this up. She's so curious. Always wanted to help out with all of our summertime activities. I personally love tie-dyeing. We always do this as a family in the summer. get out our white t-shirts and trade t-shirts with each other and try to do the weirdest or best design for each other. Oh, such a fun thing to do. Really though, any white tee works. There's so many possibilities. I don't even know where to start with the colors. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this and I'll come back when I'm done. I'm also gonna do the back side real fast too.
I'll speed this up. Okay?
Yeah, that's why.
And,
Don't talk. Don't talk.
That's okay. I'll remove the audio. What I was trying to say is use similar colors so it looks like.
No, I was doing cool colors for this and warm.
Okay.
Or cool colors for that, or warm colors for that one, cool colors for this one.
Oh. I thought it already has red splotches, so you know.
No, I have planned out what I want to do for this one. I've been planning it out. Okay. Oh, yours look good. They look similar though. Space them out as you want. I actually do not want too many bursts. So I think I am almost done with these bursts. I'm also using some of these smaller bands like this one to help just do a quick little pinch and done. So pinch it, put it around, so small that it practically does the job for you. Make sure you get the sleeves too or any other areas. You don't want to miss out areas just because they were back there and you forgot them. Okay, I'm just examining this, both sides. I think I could go for one more right there. And I think I am listo. So I think I'm going to start putting in the colors. So the way I'm going to do the colors is that I'm going to lay it out flat, and I need a plastic bag for this one because I don't want the colors leaking through to the other side. So I just got a plastic bag, flatten it out, and just stick it in the middle. Ooh, you can tell how white the shirt really is compared to the white plastic bag. Okay, so let's get into it. Wow, okay. So I'm just going to put that last one. And for this one, with that one I did warm colors. For this one, I'm going to do all cool colors. So I'm going to go ahead, pick my colors. Dark blue, light blue, dark purple, green, and I think I'm going to just do these two colors, light purple and navy blue, to add some contrast in there. So I'm going to do each of these baubles a different color. I'm going to start out with green. Oh, and don't forget to put your gloves on. That could have been a fatal mistake. What's y'all's favorite colors? My favorite colors are green, actually, lately they've been turquoise and yellow. That's kind of the theme of my room as well. Turquoise, yellow, and pink. I like the way pink contrasts with turquoise and yellow. So I'm just going to alternate a few puffs of each. And I think that should be good for the green on this side. I don't want to put too much. You know, I want it to be a simple minimalistic look like we showed you earlier. But this style I've tried it so many times and I absolutely love it. And it's okay. Sometimes you can just take some on your tips and flick it around. It adds a really nice pattern to it. once I'm done using them, I'm just going to put them off to the side. Make sure to hear the click before you put them away, because trust me, you do not want dye spills. They are no bueno to clean up. Okay, I think that's it with the purple, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with the blue. Take some splatter paint with it, you know, add some dimensions, textures. Gonna go with the dark blue now. Just right there and there. Okay, time to flip. And see that I didn't use that color. I'm gonna start off with this color on the back side. Just gonna flip, and it's flipping over. Okay, so let's start with this one. I'm gonna do the small one up here, this big black one at the bottom, this one right there, and just again, I'm gonna splatter paint with this one. Make sure not to lose the cap and the folds of the t-shirt. And now once I'm gonna be done using them, I'm just gonna put them back in their area. Careful of any spills. See, this one's much greener. I did not expect this to be this lime green. I think I'm gonna do 3 of these with this color. And I think I'm just gonna do one more color to finish this off. My favorite, turquoise. Gonna do this coil right there, this coil right there, and 1 squirt. A few drops of this on there. Sprinkle that, and y'all, it's safe to say I am done. This will dry, and I will be back.
Alright, for mine, I'm doing a little bit of a different method. I am going to use ice cubes instead of traditionally using rubber bands or some other thing. It's really hot in the summer heat, so I think I'm not actually going to wet mine. I feel like it's so hot in Texas, it's around 110 right now, that the ice cubes are going to melt just around it, leaving it just damp enough that I can still get color on it. Or if it's like little ice cubes, I might put color on there then. Well, I think I'm going to do a shape on this to give it a little bit more flair. I'm going to put it a little bit closer up, give it to look nice. I'll do a heart because that's a simple shape. But, okay, here's my thought process for all the people who are thinking like, she's crazy, it can't be that hot in summer. Well, then you've never lived in Texas. Well, also, the ice, since it'll dampen the, the t-shirt, it will be like when you're soaking in water, only it'll be cold. So either, like I said earlier, I might put the color on it right, like when it's little cubes, and just about to finish melting, or I might put it on it when it's completely, like, all the ice is gone and, like, you know, melted. So I'm just going to do this, and I will get right back to you. Alright, I'm done my heart shape. I like this, and now we're just gonna wait till it, well, I guess melts. So this might take a little while. Go get a snack or get some water. Stay hydrated, it's hot outside. I'm back, it's been around 5 minutes. It's become a little bit melty now. I'm gonna start adding colors while it's still, well, cubes before it becomes a puddle. I don't know if I'm gonna do rainbow color, because everybody does that, so I might do cool colors on one side and then do warm colors on the other side. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. gonna start over here. Oh, I dropped the cap. I'm gonna start over here with some red. I'm gonna do it on this side. I think, well, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 18, so I can probably do around 2 per ice cube because I think I'm only gonna use 9 colors. So oh, that looks so weird and neat at the same time. Don't want to put too much, just those splatters. Make sure it comes over here a little bit. Perfect, absolutely perfect. That's a lot of color I put there, but no mistake, just happy little accidents, as Bob Ross would say. Gonna cap that. Then I'm gonna use orange. Just try to get the cap off here. Oop. Hey, no, I was gonna say it didn't splatter, but it's got a mind of its own. Just gonna. I like how it just melts around the water. That's so neat. Like it just flows with the water. That's really cool. Gonna pop that top on. Then I've got this yellow. Oh, there goes that cap. I'll get it in a bit, but just spray the yellow. We don't have a lot of yellow, so I'm just gonna put a little bit. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I don't know where that top went. I'll get it in a second. I'm gonna use this. I'll use some. I think I'm gonna use one more color. I've got this green. It's more like a yellow green, so I think I'm gonna use it. Even though I was planning just to do warm. Oh, that's splattered everywhere. I'm only supposed to do warm colors, but I feel a little wild, so why not? Perfect, 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 perfect. Well, I guess I am doing the right one then. That looks beautiful. Alright, now on the other side, I'm going to start up here. Actually, I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to go with an actual green, which is much darker than the one I just used. Oh, that's it's more like a teal. I like that. Very cute. We all love our rainbow now, don't we? Perfect, 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 perfect. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm bringing just a little bit of the color near the next ice cube so it blends a little bit. I'm very excited for this, if you couldn't tell. I really want to know how this turns out. Oh, there's my hair. I've got this more teal color I'm going to use. Actually, I can use this color for 2 cubes, and I can use this color. So, but I can also add a little pink at the top. I think this is pink at least. So I don't think I'm going to add this one because I've already got that green. I don't need another teal. So then I'll add this dark blue color. It's a really cute color. That is a really pretty color. Very cute. Like we said, very windy. Even though it's... Where did the sun go? Alright, let's continue here. Alright. Yeah. It really does like to change the spine at the worst times. I'm gonna pop that back. And this purple. I really like purple. That's my favorite color. So I'm gonna use a little extra of this. Oh. You're gonna tell I'm a little messy with this, but you know, all fun, all fun. This ice cube has decided to do a full 180. Beautiful 180. Right. Lovely. Pop that back cap on, and then I'm gonna use this pink just to finish it off. Give it a nice little. It looks like bubble gum. It's a cute color. Oh, very pretty, very pretty. Oh, that sleeve is gone in there. It's fine. Little happy accidents are awesome. Now, I'm gonna let this soak through, and we'll come back to you.
Now it's finally my turn. And I'm going to do this kind of unusual method, which is using pebbles. As you can see, we have this in like a little container, and tying them onto the shirt. As you can see, I've already done most of it just to spare you guys some time. This took about 10 to 20 to 30 minutes, but I kind of spaced mine out pretty evenly, but you can totally make them like clumps and clumps together. And I'm just going to do this sleeve on camera. So let's start. Basically, what I've been doing is I've just been pouring out the rocks. That should be enough. And grabbing these little red ties, which because they fit the best on the rocks, and just go pull up a little bit of an area, put the rock underneath it, and just tie the rock under right where that area is. So that should make like a little bulge in the shirt. I hope I'm explaining this correctly. Tie it. There we go. I'm just going to continue doing this until I'm done with this sleeve. Okay, so after 5 minutes, I'm finally done. I added more rocks than I did on this side because I want the sleeves to look different. So now I'm going to go in with all the pretty colors. So I'm just going to do the rainbow because the rainbow is very pretty. And I'm actually going to dot the colors on the actual rock instead of making like the whole background. So let's just start it. I actually forgot to soak mine, and that's my fault. And the color actually kind of got everywhere, but I'm kind of changing up my tactic. I'm just going on the top and just dropping it on. So where the hair tie part is, or like the little small ties, it should make like a little clean white crease. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Hi, Toppy. This is why you wear gloves, by the way. Also, I'm now just going to kind of do it randomly. I know I don't really have a lot of rocks, but I also don't have a set idea, and that's what I love about this technique. You can do any type of pattern or design that you want. I even saw one where they put like, it was like a clean diagonal space. I don't know if that was with rocks, but that's a good idea if you want to try it at home. I actually really like the way this shirt looks. And yes, I did make some random little drips on it, but I actually like the way it looks like fully because all these random drips, they look really nice just on the shirt. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave this in the sun to dry and we'll come back later.
Hi, so we are back and our t-shirts have dried. We've seen what it has done. We've opened all the rubber bands and we can show you how the t-shirts have come out. So mine, this was the one where I had tied it from the center to the back. It's come out like this. This is the front and this is the back. I love the colors at the bottom. I think they look really, really, really beautiful. The center is yellow and the sleeves have come out purple and blue. And the second one that I did was from side to side, and you can see how the lines or shades have come from darker and it's going on to become lighter here. I think this looks really pretty too. I think this is gorgeous.
So this is mine, and I already removed all the pebbles and the rubber bands. I actually really, really like the way it turned out. And some of the colors, they actually mash together like this. And
I think this looks
so
like flowers,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
They look like, I think hers look like flowers. Let's get a closer look.
Some of the colors actually mixed a little bit, and so I really like this.
Okay, so here's the first one of mine. This was like the color burst ones. This is what the front looks like. You can see that's what like the splatter painting looked like. And I love the burst. They look so cute.
Yeah,
This
it's
is the back. I like all the color difference. It like adds a lot of flavor to the shirt. And this came out more green than I thought it would.
Excuse me.
Then this is my next shirt. I like this. This was the circle one, and you can make out a circle. But I like this one a lot because like
I
it's
think
like
the colors are really beautiful.
the colors work well together, but it's like not very close together. I
Yeah.
like this. And then an experiment that I tried a little earlier is this one. Jen had one of these old white shirts that wasn't looking so white anymore. So I did the same method, but I added way more color. And as you can see, the more color you add, the more it defines the circles. This is an easy way of upcycling a not too white shirt anymore.
Yeah.
Just tie-dye over it.
I had the little ice cubes on it. It's really cute. I really like how it looks. The heart shape came out. The bottom, the blue. I think that's teal and yellow.
I love
It just
the
came
drips
down
that came
bottom.
Yeah,
down.
the
I
drips
think
look
that's
really
so
good.
pretty, you know?
I really like it. Even though you can see the ice cubes on it, I feel like it just gives it a little texture. The colors look like they're like expanding like a snowflake,
Yeah.
which I think is really cool.
I think that's cute. So, thank you so much for joining us today and watching our video. We really, really appreciate you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your coming and watching our videos over and over again and subscribing to us.
The quote of the day is, the purpose of our lives is to be happy.
Aww.
Now let's go, Molly's.
Rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico. Ay, señorita, diga bonita que necesita amor. Su sonrisita tan exquisita solo me invita y voy, voy, voy. Diga cosita porque me agita, usted tiene ese don. Si solicita, niña bendita, sepa que yo le doy, doy, doy. Rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico. Ay, qué rico, qué rico, qué rico, mamita. Ay, qué rico, dame todo amor. Ay, qué rico, qué rico, qué rico, mamita. Ay, qué rico, dame todo amor. Rico, rico, dame más rico, rico, dame más rico, rico, dame más rico, rico. Sexy, exquisita, con tu cuerpo me preparo. Una margarita que me pone alerta y claro. Eres peligrosa pero yo también disparo. Baby, tú quieres a este bicho raro. Dame hasta las 11 para entrar en calor. Tú eres una estrella pero yo soy director. Vamos mamacita que ya soy tu seguidor. Pero de los miles yo soy el mejor. Rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico, baby, dame más rico, rico. Ay, qué rico, qué rico, qué rico, mamita. Ay, qué rico, dame todo amor. Ay, qué rico, qué rico, qué rico, mamita. Ay, qué rico, dame necesita amor. Su sonrisita tan exquisita solo me invita y vuelve